Welcome back to Spyro 3, everybody. Today we're doing the Crystal Islands. And we're doing good on eggs so far. We're past 80 now. And we did our first 100% in the world over there at Agent 9's lab. So now we're going to head over to the Crystal Islands. See how this goes. Oh, you did not just yell at Sparks. No, you don't. No, you don't. Was a feisty lizard, wasn't he? Alright, so this one's gonna be weird. I'm not even gonna deny that. This one's gonna be very weird.
Spyro, don't tell anyone, but we were stolen some magic from the sorceress. We're hiding here whilst we practice using it. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of an accident and turned everything into crystal, and it seems to have aggravated the indigenous creatures.
Indeed it would. The whole homeworld. So, I think you have to either flame these or headbutt these. I don't remember. But it doesn't look like those gems are coming out of there. But, apparently everything can be killed with flames so far. But, yeah, they really should not have messed with something like the sorceress's magic. I'm sure they could have learned their own, especially in a world filled with magic. Stop that. Also stop that, and I need your help, little guy. So we are going to go down here, and there's, looks like angry underwater. Is that an octopus? Is it a? I think it's an octopus. I was going to say squid, but it doesn't really look like a squid. There we go. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Would you like to see a magic trick? Watch carefully. As you can see, there is nothing up my left sleeve and nothing up my right sleeve. But now, with a wave of my hands and the magic word, Alakazam!
So he just made a platform for us, which is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Way to go. So that wizard clearly has a better grasp on magic than his buddy does. See an egg right over there. We're going to grab that in a second. See a flight power up over there. This is Manny. And you see an egg thief over there. That egg thief is actually in an airplane this time. That's right, we have to chase him down in an airplane. A little bit more challenging, actually.
You want to see the...
Yes, I do want to see the trick again. Thank you. That is a great trick. It's very useful.
All this magic is just misdirection, you know? Which is why I'm going to start that whirlwind over there. Abracadabra!
Yeah, I appreciate it. Because we could use a whirlwind. That's straight up a bear. And I think there is, yeah, there's gems down there. Give me just a second to clear this out. There's another enemy in here. There's a lot of enemies in here. There really is. A lot of gems, too. So hopefully that makes it worth it. So there's the whirlwind over there. And apparently it's a temporary whirlwind. So the timed levels kind of make it a little bit challenging. Give me just a moment. Okay, so I am back. Give me start that whirlwind. Like they said, they don't have a good grasp on the magic. It's kind of temporary for them. Yeah, we ran into money bags already. Thing we've been collecting gems.
Spyro, did you know I happen to be a very talented amateur magician? My specialty is the amazing extending bridge trick. I'd love to show you, but I'll need a small donation first. For my expenses, you understand.
1,000
Very
gems.
Good. Let's see. Hocus pocus, zigglety zen. Make this bridge get long again.
Well, I mean, that worked to an extent. These guys are kind of a pain. But they can be dealt with quite easily. But there's octopus under the water too. They're kind of sneaky. Then we will pretty much we're almost there to the end of the level. It's like I know that there's a mini game over there. We can see that. You have to fly into that to get that. Looks like there's a locked chest over there. Let's talk to this guy.
Well, I suppose I could show you my new trick. As long as you promise not to tell the great Zamboni, he steals all my best work.
Okay, let's see what you got. Yeah, he really does. So there's a whole bunch of mini games, isn't there? So you see there's a mini game over there. There's also one over here. There's a whirlwind over here, I think.
Here, you can have this. I was going to use it in a trick, but my magic, it just keeps bouncing off.
We got Lloyd. Yep, because dragons are immune to magic. 85 eggs. And that's the end of the level, so let's hop in here. See what this minigame is. Oh no, it's a slide. This is a slide. This so reminds me of Super Mario 64. Just a whole lot of it, but you get stars instead of eggs, but trying not to fall off part, that was the trick. There you go. And we get an egg for our trouble. That's an easy mini game. Eloise. Alright, 86. So let's try to make our way over to where the flying platform is. So we need a key for this. So we're not getting the gems without that. But let's try and see if this will take us over there. And this is Bentley's mini game. And then we can fly over here to take on that guy. So let's try Bentley's mini game.
Spyro, the amazing Rendini is about to put on a display of prestidigitation. I've heard it's quite impressive, so I'm going to watch the show.
I forget what this one even is, but I think people keep messing with him and he can't do his magic show is the premise of this one. But I think it actually has to do with Bentley being so slow. That's what makes this one a challenge. But,
I am afraid my magic show seems to have overexcited them all. All they need is a good bonker on the head to calm them down. And you look like just the Yeti. A light tap on the head should sort them out. But be careful, my friends are trying to burrow after them.
okay, so you're playing Whack-A-Mole. And it's timed. I'm gonna get the gems first. Honestly, Bentley can't run, so that's what makes this a challenge. But yeah, this one I don't know if I'll actually do. Because a minute for 20 moles, I don't think so. That just seems like that would be frustrating. So let's try to chase after this guy, which seems less frustrating somehow. Alright. But yeah, there's a egg thief. And once you fly through these blue ones, I think you get a speed up. So you need to, but unfortunately he can also speed up, so that was my bad. I'm not very good at driving this dragon. But you need to hit all the power-ups in order to catch him. And then trying to zip this way and hit, and then the Superfly can power down, so that's a whole thing. So, forgot where he even went, so. But yeah, this one can be quite a challenge. I don't even know where he is right now, that's the bad part. There he is. He just kind of... Oh, I almost had him too. We're getting close. He's getting a little bit farther away than we want. I need to make a pit stop. We're not gonna make that one. But, I mean, that was really close. I feel more confident about this challenge than I do the 20 whack-a-moles. So, I might have to end up doing this on my own, just so I don't bore you guys to death with me failing attempt after attempt, most likely. Or, there we go. Got Max. $87. That's looking quite promising. So we're gonna skip Bentley's for now. I know there's got to be easier ones to complete. So we're just gonna call that one for good for now. This is the key up here, or a gem. I think there's another section over here, actually, of stuff that we can kind of get. If I'm not mistaken. Nope. I just hit a wall and fell straight down. It's an invisible wall, so that game says nope. But we already got that guy, so we're fine. I think there's an egg. There's Grace. Oh, it nullified my power up, dude. Okay, well, at least we didn't have to ask him twice to raise his, or 3 times to have him raise his thing. So that's better. And it looks like the whirlwind's still going. But yeah, there was more stuff up there, and my guy just kind of walked off and was like, nope. So. Okay, so we're gonna fly up there again. Just for the gems. I don't remember where that was, but yeah, we don't need to catch that guy again. We already have the egg. Now that is confusing. Because we keep bumping into that sign, and that is very disorienting. There's the key. Ow. Oh, dude. You gotta work with me here. You gotta just work with me. There we go. Yeah, the Superfly is gone. There's the Superfly way over there. What are we on top of now? What's... I guess we'll try to glide over that way. That seems like progression so far. Looks like the actual pretty good progression too. But this is a really cool level too. It's just you have to do a lot of backtracking, and there's a lot of hidden areas. And that did not help. But we are going to get the key, and then we'll fly right back over here. Because we're not going to leave you guys high and dry. On that, at least. I may not get the Bentley challenge one on this, but apparently I'm missing gems too. But that's where you get the key anyway, and that's where the chest is, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, we're heading out of this level now. It's time to head home. Alright, we will see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow will be Desert Ruins.